a book, and it's called The Napping House. So you can tell what's going on the cover.
I see a lady sleeping, and I also see a boy sleeping on the lady, as well as a dog and a cat. I also see a mouse.
That's interesting. I didn't notice the mouse. Can you tell me what the mouse is doing? Take a closer look.
Uh-oh, it looks like he's scared of something or shaking.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's talk about bedtimes. This is a bedtime story. It's a silly bedtime story, and it's also poetry. So let's talk about bedtime. What do you do when you get ready for bed?
I put on my comfy pajamas, and I also turn on my fan because if not, I can't sleep. And then I turn off my light and go to bed.
So I have a routine too when I go to bed. You want to know what that is?
Yes.
So when I get ready for bed, I'm getting ready to jump in and get a blanket, I have to make sure that my dog sleeps with me. Well, the reason my dog has to sleep with me is if he gets all lonely at night, he starts to cry and whine, and it keeps me up. And I don't get any sleep. And then I'm all grumpy the next day. Ugh, it's not nice. It's not pretty. So he has to sleep with me. If not, I don't get any sleep.
Ouch. But aren't they supposed to sleep on the floor in their own bed?
My dog's something new today. And throughout the book, we're going to be looking at cause and effect. So if we look over here at my poster, we can see that the cause is the reason why something happens, and the effect is the result of what happens. So over here we have a couple of key words that hint when cause and effect might be happening. You want to go ahead and read that for me, please?
So, since, due to, outcome, because, therefore, reason, result,
Consequently. Alright, so looking at this picture, so I drew a picture to give us a hint on how cause and effect works. So here we have the sun. What happens when the sun is out and it's all bright and shining?
It's hot.
It does get really hot, huh? I get really hot during the sunlight. What else happens when it's all bright and sunny outside?
You can see your shadow where you're walking.
You can see your shadow when you're walking. You know, so think of it this way. The cause of it being the sun, all bright and sunny, and the effect being the shadow that happens when you're walking. Let's think of it this way. So the cause is the sun shining nice and bright up in the sky, and the effect is the shadow that's being shown when you're walking. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started reading in this book. I want you to pay close attention to the words, but not only that, notice the illustrations or the drawings are in the book as well, because sometimes pictures tell you a lot more than the words do, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so let's start. The Napping House by Audrey Wood and Dawn Wood. So those are the authors. There is a house, a napping house, where everyone is sleeping. And in that house, there is a bed, a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that bed, there is a granny, a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that granny, there is a child, a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Look at that boy. He's just sleeping on top of his grandma. Isn't that silly?
That's so
very
silly.
Have you ever done that?
No. I wonder if she's sleeping in his bed, or maybe there's only one bed in that house.
Maybe. You know what I think is going on? I think that if we look back, we look at the picture and we see that he seems very, very tired. And it's just like dragging himself to bed.
Yeah, he has his blanket with him
so he's
too.
ready for bed. And he just decided to sleep on grandma. So I think the reason that he's sleeping I think the result of him sleeping on Grandma is because he's very, very tired. So let's keep reading. And on that child there is a dog, a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that dog there is a cat, a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Let's look at that picture. Isn't that amazing? They're all sitting on that bed.
I didn't know you could fit that many things on one bed.
You know what? You know what? Have you ever been in a scenario like that? Have you ever had to sleep in a bed where there's everyone just piled up?
No.
No? Well, sometimes when my family's over and there's only one bed, we all end up sleeping on the same bed.
What?
I know, it's very silly. So it does happen sometimes. So I think the reason they're all sleeping on that bed is because there's not enough beds to go around and they're very tired. So let's keep reading. A slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that mouse there is a flea. Can it be a wakeful flea? On a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. I think something's gonna happen. Let's keep reading and find out.
Okay.
A wakeful flea who bites the mouse,
Oh no.
who scares the cat. Ooh, let's stop here. What's going on in this picture?
The cat is scared because the mouse woke it up.
So why is the mouse awake?
Because the flea bit him.
Oh, so can you show me cause and effect? You can go ahead and make the chart if you have to.
Okay. Well, the reason why the cat is scared
Mm-hmm.
is because the flea bit the mouse, which woke up the cat.
So the reason is the flea waking the mouse, and the result is the mouse woke the cat.
Right.
That's funny. They look really funny flying in the air.
And they do. Do cats fly?
I don't know cats. Cats fly, but they might jump. So he claws the dog. Ouch. Who thumps the child.
Woo! He's flying in the air too.
So what's going on in this picture now?
Well, the child is woken up by the dog, and the reason why the dog woke up the child was because the cat woke the dog up.
So why don't we use some key words to show cause and effect? She gave me a good scenario of what's going on. So let's use key words with it.
Okay. Well, the result of the child waking up is because of the cat who woke up the dog.
Awesome. Great job. That was really great. High five me for that one.
Yay!
Good job. So who bumps the granny? Who breaks the bed?
Oh, I knew that was gonna happen.
You did say that was going to happen. Why do you think it happened?
Because there are too many things on the bed.
There's too many things in the bed, huh? There's supposed to be only one person in the bed.
Right.
There's not supposed to be too many people. Okay, so let's go ahead and use some more keywords and see if we can go ahead and do a bit of cause and effect to this page.
Okay. So The reason why the bed broke is because of all the things that were on it.
Mm-hmm. So since there were so many people on it, with my keyword since, the outcome was the bed breaking. So it's really keyword. Good job. That was great. That was a good guess on what's going to happen. So, and in the napping house where no one now is sleeping. Alright, so why don't we go ahead, look through the story if you have to. Let's see if we can find maybe 2 or 3 scenarios in which cause and effect happened.
Okay. Well, throughout the story. Okay. Well, at the end of the book, no one is sleeping in the napping house.
Mm-hmm.
So, due to everyone waking up, the house is no longer a sleeping house.
Awesome. So it's not a napping house because everyone's awake. Awesome. So what else in the story was a cause and effect scenario?
I'll find it.
Take your time.
Oh. Okay. Since it was raining throughout the book,
Mm-hmm.
the result of the rain was a rainbow.
I'm so glad you noticed that. That's a great observation. You know, because they didn't talk about it in the story, did they? The story was
No.
about the cat, the mouse, the dog, the granny, and the child. But the pictures told us something more, huh? So we noticed that things are going on in the picture. That can help us show cause and effect. Great job. Right. So we're gonna go ahead and go on to like a little assignment. So let's remember back to what we talked about getting ready for bed. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get our paper and we're gonna fold it hot dog style. Okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure that you have 2 halves.
Am I doing it the right way?
You're doing a great job.
Okay.
You have great folding skills.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to fold the paper hot dog style. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And when we open it up, what we're going to do is take our marker and write in one end cause. And if you don't know how to spell, go ahead and look on the board to make sure, okay? And on the other side, we're going to write effect. So remember how we were talking back about how our sleeping routines and how we get ready for bed? So we're gonna go ahead and write number 1 here, and what we're gonna do is talk about my sleeping routine. So remember that I have to sleep with my dog. So the cause is I sleep with my dog because my dog gets lonely, and when he gets lonely, he cries. So the cause is he gets lonely. And the effect is that he cries all night. So let's talk about what else happens. So what else did I say happens during my routine?
That if he cries at night, then you're not able to sleep.
That is true. So the cause is he cries and whines all night. And the effect is that I am not able to sleep. So let's go ahead and use your routine as an example for cause and effect. So we're going to write number 2. So what is it that you do? Remind us what you do before you go to bed.
I turn on my fan.
Okay, turn on your fan. So that would be the cause.
Yeah.
So what is the effect of you turning on your fan?
Just so I don't get hot and sweaty.
so you don't get hot and sweaty. Alright, what happens if you don't turn on your fan?
If I don't turn on my fan, then I do get hot and sweaty and I can't sleep.
Okay, so the cause is you don't turn on your fan. And the effect is that you get hot and sweaty and can't see. I think we did a good job with cause and effect today. So today when you do your independent reading, I want you to look out for cause and effect scenarios. And remember, sometimes they use keywords. Can you go ahead and repeat those keywords for me again?
Yes. So, since, due to, outcome, because, therefore, reason, result, consequently.
Alright, so thank you guys. So we're going to go ahead and dismiss after